Cloudy skies, but no rain in the forecast today in Phoenix as we get set for the final game of the weekend series between the Boston College Eagles and the number 8 Arizona State Sun Devils. Hi everybody, alongside Matt Berner, I'm Josh Schaefer, and Matt, the biggest storyline of the weekend so far is that the Sun Devils bats have finally woken up.
You said it right there. They have finally woken up in this two-game series. After the Oklahoma State game, Tracy Smith, he wanted to let everyone know they're not worried. He knew the bats were going to come alive, and he was right about it for these first two games. 18 runs, 20 hits, 5 of those 20 have been hits outside of the ballpark, and they're getting on base too with 16 walks in those two games.
And maybe even just as important is the bats around Spencer Torkelson, Trevor Hauver, Hunter Jump, Gage Workman, Alika Williams. They've started to hit the ball well too. They too have combined for 5 home runs. But the Sun Devil pitching staff has been the most consistent thing so far this season for Arizona State. 6 quality starts in 7 games this season with good relief pitching from Boyd Vanderkoy. And today, we thought we were going to get him on Friday. We get Justin Fall.
Well, the Devils have needed that good pitching so far this season just to stay in the games, but now the bats are awake. We're going to see if they can continue that streak. But as for Justin Fall, he has 1 appearance so far. It was a start. He went 6 innings, didn't get a decision, but gave up 3 hits, no earned runs. He's going against Emmett Sheehan for Boston College. He also has 1 start, but only made it 2 2/3 innings before giving up 5 earned on 5 hits.
We're going to talk a little bit more about Sheehan and Justin Fall in just a little bit, but before we get there, the Boston College bats have been very consistent this weekend despite coming up short in the Friday and Saturday games against ASU.
Well, it's been hard for them to string this one together. I mean, 21 hits translated into 8 runs over 2 games. They need to start hitting for a little bit more power, and we might start seeing that on Sunday. It's a day game. You like to see the baseball fly.
They've got a lot of good bats in the starting lineup today for Boston College. We're going to talk about them on the other side of this break. Starting lineups and then pitchers again. We've got first pitch coming up next on Pac-12+. Gruber taken down. He draws a penalty, and the Devils will go back to the power play. About 17 minutes to go in the second period.
This is going to be a crucial one here for ASU. They got to try and do something to turn this momentum right back around and back in their favor. They're looking down at a 2-goal deficit right now, so this is going to be a very big penalty kill, power play to try and get some momentum going for them, get some offense going for them, and see if they can crawl back and make this a 1-goal game.
The freshman Trumbla, it's his first penalty of the season and now 8 games played. They can't clear, bounces in front, and Niram couldn't get there. Wouldn't that have been something if Niram had gotten there, and he has 3 good grade A scoring chances this weekend on 3 really bad bounces for RIT. Instead, 6 seconds off the power play clock. The Devils' top unit stays out there. So it's 2 minutes to Trumbla. He gets 2 minutes for holding, knocked down Gruber behind the net. Pashnik fakes a shot, now Maniscalco, tied for the team lead with 4 power play goals. Sanchez near side, he waits, goes back up top, flips for Pashnik. Pashnik wants to switch with Sanchez, they'll do that. Pashnik for Maniscalco. Sophomore waits, back for the co-captain Pashnik. He hands it off for Maniscalco again, they'll switch. Maniscalco to the near side for Walker, it's deflected from him, and Pashnik holds it in. He waits, spins back to the blue line. Steps away from Walker. Walker says, hey, that's my bad. Accidentally got in the way of his teammate. Long shot from Sanchez, knocked down in front. Devils hold the puck into the zone with Maniscalco. Player on his back, Pashnik keeps it in at the blue line. He fakes a shot, hands it off for Sanchez, 1:10 to go. A lot of zone time here, but no chances. A shot from a sharp angle, and now a penalty coming up on RIT again. Walker took a hard hit from behind, and it looks like McKay is the guilty party. The senior D-man from Edmonton, Chris McKay, he's the team leader in penalty minutes, and he charged at Walker from behind. So now the Devils with a 5-on-3 opportunity on the man advantage for 1:04 seconds.
It's a big spot here for the Devils, and they keep that top power play unit out. 5-on-3, they've got to get a lot of good puck movement, work it from left to right, and find the open man here, Josh.
Sanchez, Niram, Walker the forwards, Maniscalco, Pashnik the D-men, and it's cleared off the draw by RIT. 60 seconds of 5-on-3 power play time for the maroon and gold. See if they have a sense of urgency here. Here's Walker. Flips to the far side, Willie Niram. Back for Maniscalco. Skates along the blue line, hands it off for James Sanchez. Maniscalco for Pashnik, lays it back off for Maniscalco. Sophomore D-man hands it off to Sanchez, centering, and it's tipped off of Walker's tape and back into the neutral zone. 34 seconds to go of 5-on-3 power play time. Walker, left wing side, slowed down by Maniscalco. Now for Niram. Back for the sophomore Maniscalco. Pasechnik and Maniscalco back and forth with it. Pasechnik fakes the shot. Maniscalco to the near side. Sanchez in the circle. Switches for Walker, and a shot and a save by Drackett. Walker gets it back. 14 seconds to go of 5-on-3 power play time. 10 seconds remaining. Tried to center. It was tipped by Seiferling. Here's Sanchez. 5 seconds to go of 5-on-3. Maniscalco waits. Walker shoots. Saved Drackett and up into the netting. 5-on-3 power play time ends as Cameron hops out of the penalty box, but the Devils still have 57 seconds of power play time remaining at 5-on-4 skating.
Couple of good chances there for Johnny Walker over there on that left side, and he got a couple of good looks, but Logan Drackett able to shut the door, and for this second unit now, they got to try and get a man in front and keep that shot low and generate some rebounds.
Centering now for Semic, but he didn't have it on his tape, had to regroup. Semic above the circle. Judson fakes the shot, left side Morocco, centers, tipped over the net, off the glass. Here's Semic, backhands the puck behind the net, hits a ref. Lemieux circles. Lemieux back for Morocco, blue line for Judson. Judson shoots, blocked in front. Sandu tried to get it on a deflection, but he ended up blocking the shot. 30 seconds to go of power play time, 5-on-4 skating here. McKay sits 2 minutes for cross-checking. Drops it back, Morocco waits, Morocco for Judson. He skates past it, the defenseman. Judson centers, there's nobody there. Morocco can't hold it in, but Semic does. Semic into the left wing corner, drops it back for Morocco. 7 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Judson. He waits, Judson shoots, blocked in front. The rebound for Sandu. Sandu waits from the left wing circle, tried to center again, and it's blocked by Brubaker. RIT back to full strength. Sandu in front. Lemieux couldn't pull the trigger on a bouncing puck. He was all alone in front. Not sure how he got all alone, but he couldn't fire the bouncing puck. Shot saved to Brouwer, rebound knocked aside. Here come the Devils, maybe trying to catch RIT in a change. Gruber shoots it into the zone. Morocco off, Bush on. Bush jumps on into the right wing corner, holds the puck up, tried to chip it back up top toward the blue line for Wilson. The puck back into the corner, cut off by Willett. Goes up top for Wilson. Wilson shoots off the pad of Drackett. Don't think he saw it, but he got a piece of it to keep it out of the net, and the puck ends up out of play. And so RIT kills off the 5-on-3 and the rest of the power play to stay in front 3-1 ahead of the Devils with 13:22 to go in the second.
If you're the Sun Devils, that isn't something you wanted to see. The Tigers there killing off a 5-on-3 penalty, giving them more momentum to continue to push forward. Now they're looking up, and ASU's going to have to continue to try and turn the tides.
Devils win the draw. Janssen shoots, he scores! A deflection in front, and Gavito Janssens finds the back of the net. First goal and first point of the season for the Latvian, and the Devils are back within a goal.
Now in his third year playing at ASU, Walker has helped bring the Sun Devils into the national spotlight. But he and his Sun Devil teammates aren't the only ones to walk through these narrow hallways. The staff combined for 31 consecutive innings without allowing an earned run. That stretched from Game 2 to Game 5. Luke Bartnicki, Mason Hazelwood, and Ty Madden have led the way for the Anglers, combining for 23 total strikeouts. But adding power to his game isn't really a huge concern for Madrigal because he remains confident in his abilities to get on base. So when he exits the batting cages and he steps out onto the field, his offensive approach remains exactly the same as it was when he played college ball at Oregon State.
And now heading into another season of what is supposed to be a big year of growth and development for the now 20-year-old, Patino says that his biggest goal at spring training isn't simply just to impress. Instead, he wants to stay fit and he wants to continue learning about the game.
Despite the offense just scraping by through the first 3 games, Jamal O'Gwyn has been a bright spot. The USC infielder had a 4-game hit streak through the first 4 games and reached base in his first 5 games of the summer.
One thing has been evident about Keichel's time with the White Sox so far, and it's that Chicago just doesn't really need him to be their ace. To put it simply, the White Sox just need Keuchel to be a reliable number 2 arm in the rotation behind all-star Lucas Giolito.
But one aspect of the Anglers' offense that has really been missing this season has been the power. Chatham led the Cape League in home runs last season, but has been slow to leave the yard so far here in 2019. But that could be changing shortly. Miami's Alex Terrell and ASU's Spencer Torkelson combined for 47 home runs in the spring, and they'll both be joining the A's lineup shortly. On a night in which Arizona State opened its 2019 football season with a 30-7 win over Kent State, Jaden Daniels made his first appearance for the Sun Devils as a true freshman starting quarterback. It might have been the special teams that stole the show at Sun Devil Stadium. After the game, Coyotes head coach Rick Tocchet said that the loss was a result in a lapse in focus and lack of physicality.
You know, not to throw anyone under the bus, but, you know, focus, I mean, you got to be focused. This is crunch time.
For Jamal, the 2 RBI single earlier in the game, what is it about this team, despite not being able to get the win, that you guys can fall behind and continue to come back game in and game out?
I mean, it just shows the depth we have on this team. I mean, I feel like if one guy doesn't do his job, another guy's going to pick him up, and it's really just a chain reaction throughout the whole lineup, and I like it. I like this lineup.
Best record in the league now after 2.5 weeks here on the Cape. What have you learned about yourself in this squad?
Oh, we just got to battle through adversity.
Coach, this is the first time your team suffered back-to-back shutout losses since July 4th and 5th last year to Orleans. You fixed the hitting problems then. How do you fix it now?
We tried a little, we broke the routine today.
If you've learned one thing that you'll take back to LA in the spring, what would that be?
I mean, being here, being away from home, I've just learned to have fun.
A scoreless first inning for Nick Krauth in his Cape Cod Baseball League debut. And now the Cape League East Division All-Star Noah Skiro heads to the bump. The bottom of the first inning for Kelly Nicholson and the Orleans Firebirds. Hi again, everybody. Josh Schaefer and Cooper Boardman with you on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Game 43 of the regular season. We've got one more to go. That's tomorrow. But before we get there, Huey Morrill, Colin Hall, and Caden Polkovich for the A's in the bottom half of the first inning tonight.
Those three face Skiro, the right-hander from Liberty, and well, for the second straight night, a struggling offense goes against an all-star arm. It's not what you want to see, but Tom Holliday says to you pregame, look, we just got to shake it.
One guy who has really stepped up at the plate for the Anglers over the course of the past week has been Huey Morrill. 0 for 3 last night against the Birds, but he leads off here in the first. First pitch, swing and a miss on a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, 92-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 0-1. Huey Morrill, the right-handed hitting shortstop from Oklahoma State. He leads off the first. The 0-1 pitch, fouled back on a fastball, and it's 0-2. Morrill this summer, .232 hitter, 2 RBIs, and a stolen base. He's got great speed, and he's a scrappy base runner. Since he's assumed the leadoff role, on the 26th, he's 9 for 25. It was 0 for 3 last night in Game 2 of the doubleheader against the Orleans Firebirds. Faces the right-hander from Liberty, Noah Skiro. He fires the 0-2 pitch. Curveball that's popped up over the first base side, snack shacking toward the playground, and foul. Skiro makes his 7th start of the season, his 7th appearance overall. He's 1-1 with a 1.82 ERA. Deals the 0-2, high fastball at 91 miles an hour, and it counts 1-2. 24 2/3 innings for the right-hander from Liberty, 35 strikeouts and 14 walks. Into the wind, 1-2 pitch. Ground ball sharply hit left side off the backhand of Eddie McCabe, and Morrill will reach first base without a throw. It's a leadoff single for Huey Morrill, his 10th hit as the Anglers' leadoff man in the last week. And the Anglers have the leadoff man aboard in the bottom of the first inning.
It's a difficult play for McCabe, playing a step beyond even with the bag. He had to take a step and a half to his right, field the backhand, and even if he picks it up, I'm not sure if he gets out the speedy Morrill at first.
So Morrill aboard. We talked about the speed he has on the base paths. He's an aggressive base runner, but not really in stealing bases. So we'll see what he does here. First pitch to Colin Hall. He takes a fastball high, and it's 1-0. Morrill has attempted just 2 stolen bags this season, successful in 1 of them. But if he sees a pitch in the dirt, he's gone. Hall steps in, lefty hitter from Georgia Tech, starting today in left field for Chatham. Morrill on first. 1-0 pitch to him. There goes Morrill. The throw down to second base is not in time, and the shortstop, Tanner Murray, dropped the baseball.
So how about that from Huey Morrill? He's got his second stolen base of the summer, and it looks like he's a little shaken up. Might have taken the tag a little high from the shortstop, Tanner Murray. And now Tom Holliday talking with the batter, Colin Hall, and the third base coach, Randy Whistler. And Huey Morrill's trotting back to the dugout. And, oh, he's going straight to the trainer. I was going to say, did we miss something?
Getting some eye drops.
Getting some eye drops. It looks like our crowd mic also just picked up Tom Holliday saying that was supposed to be a hit and run, and it sure looked like it was. Hall took ball 2, but Morrill was off very quickly, and he got an early jump, but he didn't dash towards second. Emery had time and an accurate throw, and a throw a little toward the right side of the bag might have been in time to get Huey Morrill, but instead it's his second swiped bag of the summer.
Well, the catcher, Emery, hesitated. No one from the first base side dugout yelled going or anything like that. So Emery held onto the baseball and then delivered to second base.
So Morrill steps away from second, and it's 2-0 to Colin Hall. Here's a pitch from the righty Skiro. Fastball high and away for ball 3. Hall hitting just 198 this summer, his second summer on Cape Cod, after playing for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks for a brief stint last year. That's in the second spot for the Anglers today, now with Morrill in scoring position. 3-0. He takes a fastball at 91 miles an hour, knee high, for strike 1. Morrill had the leadoff single, smacked a hard grounder off the backhand from Eddie McCabe at third. Now he's on second after the stolen base. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Hall. Popped up down the left field line, and it's lifted out of play towards the bullpen, or the bullpen in the parking lot. It sits down the left field line. And the count runs full at 3-2. Good crowd on hand tonight for the Anglers and the Firebirds. The Bowl grandstand all the way behind the plate, full to capacity. Watching the payoff pitch, ground ball up the middle, snared by Skiro, looked at second, throws to first, and there's one away. A hard comebacker right at the all-star pitcher Skiro. He quickly lifted his glove to the left, snared the ground ball, and flipped over to first, and there's one away. Defensive alignment for the Firebirds presented by Short and Sweet Ice Cream. With Skiro on the mound, now working with a runner on second, facing off with Caden Polkovich. Rob Emery starts behind the plate to complete the battery. First pitch to Polkovich, high fastball, 1-0. The infield has Trevin Esqueda at first, Shea Whitcomb at second, Eddie McCabe at third, and Tanner Murray starts at shortstop for the Firebirds, rounding out the infield. Polkovich, the switch hitter, bats lefty against the righty Skiro. He checks a runner, 1-0 pitch, is off speed outside, 2-0. The outfield for the Birds tonight with Max Troiani in left, Jacob Hurtubise in center, and Zach Britton in right. Morrill off of second base, one away. He's not being held on, but Murray's lined up directly behind him. 2-0, high fly ball lifted deep right field. This one is long gone to the top of the berm in right field, and Caden Polkovich gives the Anglers the early lead on home run number 4 for the future Oklahoma State Cowboy. And the Anglers have a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first inning.
He turned on it, got it inner half, and drives it way over the right field wall. There are home runs here that are cheap ones. We even saw one yesterday because it's 314 down the right field line. That's gone in any park in the Cape Cod Baseball League.
And that brings up Alex Terrell. He has the pop to leave the yard too. He steps in now with the bases empty and only one away. First pitch to the slugger Terrell. He lifts one to deep left center field. This one will stay in the park. Hurtubise is underneath it in left center and makes the grab for out number 2.
4 home runs for Caden Polkovich now on the summer. 3 of the 4 have come from the left side.
And for Polkovich, that's his first home run since the 4th of July at Eldridge Park against the Orleans Firebirds.
Also from the left side.
Also from the left side.